Hello, I'm Nigel Thornberry, and I'm here today to teach the world an easy and effective way to replace everything inside that toilet tank. Come on, follow me. Oh, take a look inside. Utter chaos. Destruction. What's happening here, folks, is the rubber around the washers and the flapper are deteriorating. It's been a long time, a lot of years of use, but it's time to freshen this one up. Are you all with me? Let's go for a ride. Okay, folks, the first step to completing this trek is turning off the water supply. Here we go. This is where it's at. Now, what we do is we turn the knob all the way to the right. This turns off the water supply. And we wait till it's tight. That's not what happened in the YouTube video. Okay, folks, this looks successful. I feel it, the tightness. Do you see that? Do you see that? By golly. This reminds me of the time that we got off Interstate 5. I remember seeing them. Redwoods. Redwood trees are not red, but they are wood. All right, folks, Nigel here. The next step to completing our journey is emptying this toilet tank. I have to admit I'm as scared as a billy goat, but by golly, here we go. Oh my God, it worked, just like YouTube told us. Here, I do see some water in here. You see this still? Okay, let's see what we can do here. Nothing. We've done nothing. All right, folks, here we are again. In my toilet tank. And what we're seeing here is the remnants of what's left of the toilet tank minus the water. Now, I have no idea what I'm about to do next or how this is supposed to be done, but I'm going to take a gander here. I'm going to unhook this chain to the flapper here. You see this? Next step after that is that I'll take this one off. Reason being, I need to get into the toilet tank to get the water out of the toilet tank and empty it. All I know is I need this toilet tank off of this toilet, and that's all I know. Here's where we are. So far, I've removed the flasher in order for me to get into the tank here and retrieve that water. Unfortunately, what I've discovered is my hand is so manly and big, it doesn't fit into the tank. So, what I've decided to do is remove this here floating valve, and that is going to allow us to get in there and really grab that liquid. Along with taking out this valve piece here, I am going to need to remove the water hose, or shall I say, disconnect the water hose. And what we're going to do is we're just going to Well, I guess I'll do it right now, shall I, hey? Oh, dear Lordy, let's see. What's happening here? I think do I twist it up? Do I twist it down? What the hell are you doing with your life? Nigel, Jesus. Oh. I'll be back. I've often seen and had nightmares of a huge, big wave taking over a city. That's what I feel like this may be like, if I don't do it carefully. Now, I have disconnected the water valve, and I'm going to disconnect the water valve tube from the toilet tank. Have a rag, just in case, you never know. The tsunami could hit. Oh dear. Good God. I'm a little nervous here. What am I doing? Nigel, what are you doing with your life? You just silly man. Silly fool. You just don't understand yourself. He's got it. I think he's got it. Oh dear. There is a lot of water coming out of the water tube. Oh no. This could be bad. Think, Nigel, think, what would you do in this situation? I would technically run, but I cannot run from this. This is not a runnable situation. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll be back. The water valve is disconnected. I've come to the conclusion that it would be a huge mistake to take this valve out before we disconnect this entire tank from the gasket. So, do not, I say and repeat, do not take this water fill valve out before you take the tank off the gasket. Do not. That was a stupid idea. All right, I'm going in. All right, folks, what you see here is I'm disconnecting the deteriorated flapper. Flap, flap. Flap no more. And look at that god-awful, disgusting mess. The chaos on my hands. The destruction. I've never seen anything like it. Look at the rivets. The stains. The despair. The cries for help. This is my toilet tank. All right, folks. Here in my hand is a tool that will help me take off the nits and bolts and crannies, that will help me take this toilet tank off of this here gasket. Are you ready? Let's do it. All right. It's a tight angle. See here, you held it like this, like it's a wrench here. Just I've just removed these nuts and bolts. I believe those are nuts and bolts. Are those nuts and bolts? Oh dear. They're nuts and bolts. The caps of the caps, probably nuts and bolts. I've removed them, they're off, and the next step, I would say, would be to pick up the tank and put it on the ground. I'm a little nervous, let me tell you. Why? Let me tell you why. Do you see the wall? Due to the tinkering of the waters and the old tankways, I believe the water has just sprinkled onto the wall and has caused a ripple effect on the wall. A ripple effect on the wall. And I'm afraid to find out what it's done. Here we go. Well, here we are. Toilet tank is off. What the fuck? Hello, folks. Welcome back. What you're looking at is a mixture of a foreign liquid known as H2O and chlorine bleach. Yes, I've combined those two. Why, you ask me? Let me tell you why. Because I'm going to put a little bit on the wall. Why? Because bleach kills anything. It's a fact. I've researched many books I've read. It is factual. It kills things. So what I'm going to do is I will take this handy little toothbrush here. I'm going to dip it in the bleach. Okay. Give it a little scrub. Hello. Look at that, folks. It's beautiful. Again, this is research I've done many years. Bleach, oh dear, we're dripping. Bleach is good. Could even put your initials. Nigel. Yeah. Oh. NT. Let's see. Okay, folks. Hello, folks. It's been a while. Let me get you up to speed, okay? What has happened? Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. I know what you're thinking. Well, things look a little different here, Nigel, don't they? Well, let me tell you. Yes, they do, and they are. What I've done here, off camera, and still inhaling out of fumes of the primer. This is here going to block in all of the unnecessary shit that we don't want, and it's going to keep it in the wall. Okay, this is, of course, this is after I've bleached it. I've bleached it. You saw the video where it was bleaching the toothbrush. Then I primed it here. Primer, wonderful stuff. Bullseye, right on the bullseye. I just sprayed it, and now look at here, made a mess of myself, but I am finished, and on to the next step. First, I've got to let it dry. Yes, that is the key here. Man, my accent is changing. Oh, but you know, it's probably the fumes. I am inhaling a lot of fumes at the moment. Whew! Alrighty. Let it dry, I will be back, and we will spackle. Allow me to catch you up to speed. Here we are in my bathroom. The wall is painted. Yes, I have painted a wall. I skipped that step. I figured you knew how to paint a wall. All I did was gather some chips from the existing paint that was chipped on the wall, put it in a bag, went to my local Ace, which is the friendliest place, and they helped me out with getting a match for some paint. And look at there, look, it's beautiful, wonderful. So that's why I just skipped that step. You guys are smart enough to know how to paint a wall. So, but doesn't it look wonderful? And I did not mind texturing the wall due to the fact that the tank is going to be right in front of that. It would have been a waste of time. So, what I'm going to do is put that tank up there and get going. All right. These are the parts for our flush valve. I will now show you how to install your flush valve. What we are going to do is put the rubber washer flat side up, right here on our flush valve. This is going to go inside of our tank, and I'll show you another image of that shortly. Then I will put this here flapper on top, like so. Once I do that, I will place this inside the tank and use this to screw the bottom of the flush valve so it is securely tight in the tank. I will show you a picture momentarily. All right, folks, I almost forgot to tell you about the tank to bowl gasket. Bring! Very important. Helps prevent leakages. That goes right on this puppy. So I'm going to put that on, put the screws on right there, pop that baby right onto this bowl, and show you what it looks like. Is everyone ready for the final piece to our puzzle? Our fill valve. Ta-da! Our fill valve. Oh, I'm not gonna. Today we will be putting our fill valve in right over yonder. It is quite complicated, and I will not be showing all of the steps on camera. The reason being is that I'm not a tripod or a monster for any meaning of sorts. I have 2 hands. I am only a mere person, so I am just going to be doing this on my own, and I will let you know each step of the way. This is a tube. What I'll be doing with this tube, and my first step is I'll be putting this tube on this tippity-toppity-doo here. I will then extend this bit out, and then I will place this piece in here. I want to make sure that this blue part is in line with the flush valve, and that indeed this is about 1 inch above the flush valve. If that is the case, I am then going to take it out and go to step 2. I have no idea what that step is, but it's step 2, and I will figure it out as I go. Yay! With the universal fill valve extended to the max, I will then place it into the tank and make sure that it is flush with the flush valve, the blue part that is in my hand, and then I will take it out of the tank, turn this top part counterclockwise or clockwise, and I will then lock it in place it back into the tank, and we will give it a go. All right, we are almost there. So we've got the fill valve in place. I've noticed, although everything's looking good, the fill valve tube is a wee bit long. So I I'm improvising. I'm going to cut it. That's right, folks. I'm going to cut it. Cut it. Give me the cut. Tambourine tambo. Anywho, sorry about that. I'm gonna cut it with this little thingamajig here, because eventually what I want to do is put this thingamabobble into the tube to direct it into the fill valve. Sorry, camera. Who's behind the camera? Gosh darn it, mother. So yes, I'm going to put it in the tube, and I want it to be in there, but you know, it really don't know if you're supposed to cut the tube, but I'm going to cut the tube. I'm cutting the tube, folks. Cutting the tube. Cutting the telly tube. All right, here we go. Well, everyone, this is where our journey comes to an end. As you see here, we've got all of our bits and bubbles in the tank, clean and spanking new. This is our flush valve nozzle. It's ready to work. Get to business. And just need to hook this guy up right here. Oh, my knees. Oh, getting old. Hook these suckers up together here. Twist this guy. I believe it's to the... Where's it? I said the left. Go to the left. To the left, Beyonce is left. Got ourselves a toilet. All right, I'm really nervous, but I think I'm going to try to turn the water on. Here we go. Oh dear Lord. 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 Oh, Jiminy Christmas, Jiminy Christmas, Jiminy Christmas. Ah, nervous! Okay, folks, here we are again. I'm sorry I keep having to put the phone down, but I'm checking everything out. Okay, everything is going well. I think so. I honestly don't fucking know. Excuse my language. But I do not see any leakages. No leaks, bibs and babbles. I did call the lovely lady on the telly and spoke with her. This little nozzle here is supposed to let out a certain percentage of water, and I presume the machine knows when to stop it. So, here's the plan, Stan. If need be, what I did last time was the water almost got up to this, above this, and so I don't know what necessarily happens if that's the case. If it does breach that point, which it almost did, so I flushed it. I'm not going to flush it this time. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to try to see if the machine stops itself. Really? Oh, wow!